Elon Musk has been hemorrhaging money. Musk has personally lost over $30 billion in valuation. That's a drop directly linked to the market's reaction to Trump's trade policies. Those losses are felt most clearly through Tesla, which relies heavily on global supply chains and international consumer bases, with markets reacting to uncertainty and tariffs disrupting long-established economic relationships. Now, Musk's financial empire is taking on serious damage here. And on Sunday, just ahead of a week projected to begin with further losses on Wall Street, Howard Lutnick, U.S. Commerce Secretary, appeared on CBS's Face the Nation and was asked about an unlikely piece of the tariff map, the herd in McDonald Islands. Now, these territories are barren, icy masses near Antarctica, populated only by penguins and regulated by Australia. But as Lutnick explained, they're now subject to a 10% U.S. import tariff. He said, if you leave anything off the list, countries that try to arbitrage America try to go through these countries to get to us. Elon Musk responded very bluntly with just 3 words and an emoji. He said, this is funny, with the laughing, crying emoji. This is Musk's week-long campaign to distance himself from the Trump administration's latest economic maneuvers. The man that has been gutting the federal government and firing over 216,000 of hardworking Americans for this administration suddenly has turned on Trump and his team because it directly affects his own bottom line. Days earlier, he took direct aim at another Trump official, Peter Navarro, who helped craft this whole tariff fiasco. Navarro, who is a Harvard-educated economist and former professor, had been a longtime advocate for economic protectionism and had authored books warning about China's strategy against the United States' interests. But the billionaire bad boy Elon Musk wasn't impressed by the credentials. When somebody posted on X the clip of Navarro defending the tariffs and noting his Harvard education, Musk fired at him. He said a PhD in econ from Harvard, not a bad thing, not a good thing. He wrote, results in the ego/brains are greater than one problem. The phrase ego brains one is a mathematical style jab implying that someone's ego is dramatically outweighing their intelligence. And then Musk dismissed him entirely, said he ain't built shit. Now, these aren't comments of someone aligned with the policy direction of a White House he once worked closely with, the same president that he stayed at Mar-a-Lago with. In fact, Musk's public rebukes of Trump's economic advisors are striking given his recent proximity to the administration. Musk is the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. This is a role in which he proposed cutting tens of thousands of federal jobs, but ended up being hundreds of thousands, and consolidating underperforming agencies. But now it appears that Musk may be retreating from that agreement. And according to insider accounts, Trump has told his advisors and his cabinet members that Elon Musk might step back from his own political activities, including DOGE. Now, the president, by his own words, wants Musk to remain involved, but says he understands that Elon needs to refocus on his businesses. Basically, it's a way of telling the press that Elon Musk is done destroying people's livelihoods so he can take care of his own investors on Wall Street. Now, that shift comes as Musk is also taking public positions against Trump's entire trade philosophy. Now, Elon posted a video to X. He posted a different vision. He said, I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero tariff situation, creating a free trade zone. Now, that has certainly been my advice to the president, he said. Now, for Musk and the billionaire class, the economics are straightforward. Tesla sources parts from across the globe, sells vehicles in multiple international markets, and invests heavily in battery and vehicle production facilities everywhere in the globe, across seas, overseas. Now, the higher the trade barriers, the harder it becomes for companies like Elon's Tesla to operate efficiently. Tariffs aren't just a policy issue. They're a financial threat to Elon now. Meanwhile, Trump is sticking to his guns. And on Sunday night, Aboard Air Force One, Trump repeated his belief that the United States is being taken advantage of by trading partners in Europe and in China. He said, Europe has been very bad to us. Europe made a fortune with us. They treated us very badly. Very bluntly, of course, as he does. And that stance was cemented further in a post to Trump's Truth Social account later that evening. He said the only way this problem can be cured is with tariffs, which are now bringing tens of billions of dollars into the USA. They're already in effect and a beautiful thing to behold. Someday people will realize that tariffs to the United States of America are a very beautiful thing, he said. And because of Trump and Elon, protests erupted nationwide this weekend, directed at both Trump and Musk, though for very different reasons. On Saturday, a demonstration titled Hands Off gathered hundreds of thousands of participants in major cities across America, criticizing Elon Musk's influence over the federal workforce and the deep cuts proposed by the DOGE initiative. And days earlier, another round of protests labeled the Tesla takedown targeted Elon's showrooms and offices at Tesla. Some protesters went beyond signs and slogans, though. Acts of vandalism and destruction occurred at multiple Tesla locations, prompting Trump to respond forcefully. The president said that anybody damaging Elon Musk's properties would be labeled a domestic terrorist by his administration, which is a rare defense of Musk, even as they appear to be drifting apart politically. Now, the public discontent hasn't just shown up on the streets. It may also have had electoral consequences. So in Wisconsin, Musk was a major financial backer of Judge Brad Schimmel in a high-profile race for a seat on the state's Supreme Court. The Tesla executive spent $3 billion of his own personal fortune, with another $19 million funneled through political action groups tied. Musk even appeared wearing a cheese hat, a goofy-ass cheese hat, while handing out million-dollar checks to encourage voter turnout. Despite the high-dollar push, they lost by 10 percentage points. The defeat was interpreted as a direct rejection of Elon Musk's involvement, especially given how prominent he'd made himself during that race. It also hinted at a larger political vulnerability. Musk may be losing influence, not gaining it, among the voting public. People don't like him anymore. The importance of Musk's posture in this ongoing economic and political tug of war can't be overstated for two reasons. First, his companies employ tens of thousands of people and affect industries from EVs to satellite broadband to rocket launches. And when Tesla stumbles due to foreign tariffs or investor fear, American workers and consumers pay the price. Second, Musk is one of the few high-profile business leaders with consistent access to both Republican and Democratic power brokers. If he's backing away from Trump's platform, it signals a shift in who might shape U.S. economic policy moving forward. Yet Musk's influence is not absolute. Despite his lobbying, Trump has not indicated he'll alter course. The president believes tariffs are the most effective tool to correct trade imbalances and also bring manufacturing back to American soil. Whether that view holds in the long term remains to be seen, but right now, in the short term, it's clear the White House is not listening to Elon Musk anymore. And for Musk, this puts him in a difficult position. He wants open markets and free trade, but his political buddies he once thought he could help modernize is now leaning into protectionist policies that threaten his business interests and his bottom line. Elon Musk is trying to recalibrate his position. Now, I want to say thank you so much for watching or listening today. I want to make a deal with you, and it's just going to take a second. If you hit the subscribe or follow button on whatever platform you're on right now, I'm going to make you a promise. I've been doing this show for 5 years. I promise that for the next 10 years, I'm going to do everything I can to make this channel even better than it is now, and I will never put it behind a paywall. You'll always get it for free. So all I want is a subscribe, and if you're watching on YouTube, a like and a comment. That's all. And I promise to you, 10 years, great content, better every time. All right, that's it for today, everybody. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next one.